In terms of economic responsibility, I would say try to minimize leakages, which would be better for good for the economy and the region. Try to employ and purchase locally, so probably the investors should be doing that. Try to set up business relationships with the local people, because this will create employment, stimulate entrepreneurial activity, increase investment in infrastructure, and again, we will boost the overall standard of living. Just to talk a little bit on the Maurice Durbarry, we have talked about that. Just to give you what we are doing. Because Mauritius is a very small place, has a very fragile ecology, limited resources, and we are prone to natural disasters like a tsunami. We are very small. There are lots of concerns. We have taken a few initiatives for sustainable development. We are trying to reduce our reliance on fossil fuel. We try to replace imported fossil fuel by local renewable source of energies. I mean, we have the sea, we have seaways, we have good wind, we have the sun, and we are not making the most of these energies. So we have to start. So the government has plans now to start making use of all these. We're trying to protect the environment. One of the things most of us they are doing is now they're trying to do recycling. They have recycling plants. They have. I'm sure if you're staying in the hotel, ask the managers a few questions. You'll find that they are taking care of the environment. They have this on their program. Trying to reduce greenhouse gas. And then we have, I think if you are traveling around the island, you have seen that there are many places that are trying to develop land for housing purposes. We call it land passing projects. Now, before those permits are allocated, the government is trying to encourage the developers that they need to have an energy efficiency plan before they get approval. So make sure that that development is well equipped with energy efficiency. There has been an exemption on solar water heaters. We try to encourage innovation by household and as well as businesses. So if they produce electricity, they can sell it to their neighbors. This is also the government is trying to do. The government is also trying to cut down taxes on hybrid vehicles. Some challenges for the tourism development in Mauritius. We should not only focus on energy and environmental issues, because we know that we are talking about the other pillars as well for sustainable development. But it seems for the moment the government is stressing more on energy and environmental issues. But there are other aspects like social, cultural that the government needs to start working on. So the tourism must contribute at the sustainable development by investing responsibly in environment, economy, society, and the culture as well. The Mauritius Tourism Promotion Authority is creating an ecotourism green card where you can know where are the green places to go in Mauritius other than the beaches. Trying to develop cultural and heritage tourism. It's surprising that also we Mauritians sometimes we don't know much about our culture and heritage. There are nice museums, and we're not aware. But the government is working on it now. We are getting more aware of our places. I mean, if you take the Box Hill model, is that it's the locals, they don't know the cultural and heritage places, the tourists won't get the information. So I think we have to educate ourselves a little bit more, then we can transmit that to tourists. Government is trying to create environmental awareness. There are lots of programs now. And also the government is trying to create what we call tourist villages. We are starting with a pilot project with 5 tourist villages and try to see how the impact can spill over in the local region, and then try to expand it. When we go on the conference too, we will show you places where we are trying to innovate and doing things for sustainable tourism. And again, try to develop community-based tourism. There's a concept called tap d'hôte, where the locals provide food for the tourists. They can sell the food. So this is another thing where government is trying to develop. Now, my last slide is about the future directions, probably on tourism. It's a general approach. We need to have, if we want tourism to succeed, to be sustainable, we need to have an integrated approach to tourism. It has to be integrated in the economy. To other industries, the community has to involve. In the short term, we need to focus a lot on responsible tourism. And then we start working towards sustainable development, because it's a long process towards sustainable. We have to sustain that momentum. Try to avoid excess capacity and degradation of the quality of the tourist label. encourage quality rather than quantity, because again, with 2 million tourists, we know that we will get a chunk of mass tourism. We need to know how to manage that. We have to limit beach construction, beach hotel construction, because otherwise there won't be nice beaches left. And then work towards a green destination. In fact, Mauritius has a vision by 2020 for Mauritius to become a green destination. And not to forget the Millennium goal is to work towards poverty reduction. We will show you a few places where there have been projects we are undertaking to work towards. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the garden session where we can discuss more on that. Okay? Over to you.